Hello dear students, I hope you all are fine and pink of your health. Now in English grammar we have completed till now the 17 figures of speech. Let us begin with the 18th one. In this video we are going to do 5 more figures of speech. The 18th one is anaphora. Anaphora is a word which is taken from a Greek word which means ana and pheren. Ana means the back, pheren means to bear. If we combine both, it means the repetition. This type of figure of speech is used in speeches, lending emphasis on something. If we see the definition of anaphora, it is the repetition of a word or phrase at the very beginning of successive phrases, clauses or sentences. It creates an artistic and poetic effect or rhetoric effect. Let us move for the examples. Mad world, mad kings, mad composition. If you see in this example, the word mad is again and again repeated in every phrase. Second example, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. You can find the words or the phrases which are repeated in this example. If we go for the next one, that is called epistrophe. In epistrophe, you have to just remember one thing, that in anaphora it is a repetition of a word or phrase in the beginning, whereas in epistrophe it is a repetition of a word or a phrase at the end of the successive phrases, clauses or sentences. Let us see the example. I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the whole truth. I scream, you scream, we all scream for an ice cream. Third one, very well said by Abraham Lincoln. Definition of democracy. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. So dear students, you can find out in all these three examples which words or phrases are repeated at the end of a successive phrase, clause or a sentence. Our next figure of speech is rhetorical questions. Questions, you know that these are the questions always to be answered. When we ask question to somebody, we expect an answer. But in the rhetorical question, it's such a question in which you don't expect any answer. You know the answer already. Let us see the definition. It's a question posed to provoke thought rather than to generate an answer. See the line, students. It is a question you are asking to let the listener to think about what you want to say. You don't want the answers back. Further, it's a question which is not to be answered, and when questioner knows the answer, suppose you are asking the question, you know the answer what it should be. It is said to emphasize something. So why the question is asked? So you want to emphasize, you want to put stress on something, you want to give importance to something. That is why you are asking such questions. For example, if a father is asking his son who has spent lavishly the money, then he is asking, he may ask, does money grow on trees? Means what? He doesn't expect any answer from his son, but he is just asking him that money doesn't grow on trees, so he should spend it very thoughtfully. It's too hot today, isn't it? When I am telling you it's too hot today, I am declaring it rather. I don't want to expect from you yes or no. I know that it is very hot, but to put emphasis on that, I am saying it's too hot today. Third one, don't you know its consequences? Means I want to point it out that you must know its consequences. That is called a rhetorical question. So it's not a simple question. There is a difference between a simple question and a rhetorical question. Our next figure of speech is the climax. Climax is a figure of speech in which the successive words, phrases, clauses or sentences are arranged in ascending order, means in systematic order of importance, which is important, more important, and then comes the most important one. It has the effect of building excitement, Why we are saying in such an order? So that the excitement is created in the listener and anticipation, as well as he starts expecting that what will happen in the next word. The device is used in writing of all types, from speeches and songs to novels and plays. So, this device is used in everywhere, whether it is any kind of speech or a song or a novel or a play or a poem, anything. For example, he lost his one hand. See students, the importance, the order. First is he lost his one hand, then it is said two legs and life. Second one, it's a quote from Roman ruler. Veni vidi vici means I came, I saw, and then I conquered. Third example, be a human first, then solve the problems of the poor, then you will be like an angel, so that the people may worship you like God. So, again here is a order, an order is placed here. First, be a human, second becomes you will become an angel, and then you would be worshipped like a god. That is called the climax. Our next figure of speech is anticlimax. Anticlimax is just the opposite of climax. In that we have seen in ascending order the things are put. In this you will find it is in descending order. So, it is the arrangement from higher rank to the lower rank, from disappointing end to an exciting or impressive series of events. It is a sudden transition in discourse from an important idea to a laughable or trivial one. For example, in that terrible accident, he lost his family, his car and his stylish watch. See here students, in this example, it is a terrible accident. So, what is of more importance to him? His family. So, he lost his family. Then his car was also okay, was important for him, but his stylish watch means from a terrible situation it is taken to a bit lighter situation or sometimes to some laughable situation. Second one, I dance, sing, leap, run and laugh for joy. So, it should be like first it is I ran and laughed for joy, and then I leaped and then I sang and then I danced, but it is in reverse order said. So, this is all about anticlimax. I hope you have understood till here. In the next video we will complete all our figures of speech, but before that students, please continue with all, keep on reading all the figures of speech, keep on following the videos which I have given you, sent you, because after this we are going to start our poems also. These figures of speech will be applicable there and we will occasionally keep on discussing on that. Thank you. Have a nice day.